Hey everyone, this is Ken, and today we're going to be doing a tutorial on a fully compact minecart storage system. Now what's great about this has tons of cool features, and trust me, it is super fast and compact. So before we get into the details, I'm going to show you how this works. You're going to press the button, the minecart would appear, and the light's going to go on instantly. You're going to get whatever you need to get, and you can send it right back, and the light will turn right off. Now what's cool about this, you can literally expand this to the end of the map. There is no limit to how big you can really make this. And as you can see, this thing works rapidly. Look at that. Look how quick it's sending the minecarts from one point to another and straight back. Now what's also cool is the fact that the second you activate a minecart, right? That light does two things. It indicates that the minecart is there, and it also indicates that the security system is activated. Now, the security system actually locks down every single minecart until the first one is returned so that the system doesn't mess up, which I think is a pretty cool feature. And see? Once you return it, you hit the button, and you get the next one. So let's begin. I'm going to show you the back part of this. I'm going to show you all the redstone. I'm going to show you how simple and compact this really is. As you can see, it's really not that complicated. And I try to make it as simple as possible for what it's worth. And the great thing is you can literally expand this to the end of the map. So there's no limit to how small or how big you could really make this. And the great thing is it's also resource friendly. Now what we have there is a bunch of droppers, and droppers we don't take that much. We take a bunch of cobblestone and one redstone dust just to make one, which is great. So this is the basic materials we're going to use for this build. You will be using a block of your choice, a half slab, droppers, hoppers, a few buttons, redstone dust, redstone torch, a repeater, a comparator, a redstone lamp, but that's really optional, a regular piston, rails, power rails, and rail detectors, and of course the minecart chest. Now guys, before you even start this project, this is very important. Make sure you have this layout set out. Okay, so feel free to pause at this point, get yourself set up, and then we can begin. Now, once you have that ready, you're going to go to the top right corner, well, the front right corner. You're going to place 5 blocks right across with one gap in between. Then you're going to place some torches right in front. Now, keep in mind, we're doing a 6 minecart system. Then you're going to place a block right on top of the torches. Now, bear in mind, each one will have one segment. But if you're going to do more than that, just make sure to expand it in the middle. Then you're going to place a block right on top. You should have this exact format. Then you're going to place some redstone dust right behind each block we first placed, and a block right in front of it. Then you're going to place some comparators going forward towards each block. And on the side, you're going to place some repeaters going towards that direction, and make sure that each repeater is on 4 ticks. Then you're going to get your dropper. You're going to place it right in front of you, just like so. Then you're going to place one in front of it, going upwards. And also on top of it, not like that, going forward, just like that. Perfect. Then in front of that, you're going to make sure you place one hopper going downwards on each one. Perfect. Then make sure you place one block of dirt in each of the bottom droppers. You see, we're facing downwards. That's very important. Otherwise, the system won't work. Perfect. Then you're going to go one block out and place a block right there to each one. Then place 2 redstone dust in a straight line going forward. Once again, just like so. Then on top of that redstone dust, you're going to place 1 block. Then you're going to place a half slab right behind it. Then you're going to place a half slab there and extend it forward until you're literally on top of that block. You see, parallel to that. Then you're going to stretch that right across. Perfect. Now at this point, you're going to place 1 block there, delete that. Place a half slab there. And a half slab there as well. And you're pretty much going to connect the entire thing. Perfect. Fantastic. All right. So it's really getting to look just like the way it should be. All right. Awesome. So you should have this format. Now, once you've done that, I want you to go right over here. 2 blocks to the left, right there. Place 2 half slabs. Then you can place a drop there going forward, 1 upwards. Then you're going to go right behind it. Remember, it's 2 blocks from that point. 1 there, and a dropper in front of it. Then place a half slab right there on the side with a comparator going forward, 1 block in front of it. Delete that. Then 2 half slabs, well 3, going in a straight line just like so. Then you place 1 forward, put a block there, put a half slab there, delete the other one, and delete that as well. And 1 in front of that. Perfect. Alright, I know that was a little confusing. I hope you guys didn't get too confused on that. Now at this point, you're going to place a block right in front of that half slab, just like so, to each one. Perfect. Now make sure you place a half slab on the opposite one, meaning you have to place a half slab between the gaps and place a lever. See? So it's going to be yes, no. And in the front, make sure you place a half slab in each one. See? Not there. And a lever right on top of each one. You're going to activate it. Because all the levers need to be activated because they need to have the constant power for the power rails that we're going to use. Now on top of the first blocks that we place, those big ones, you're going to place the rail detector on each one. Then you're going to place some power rails just like so. Then you're going to delete that because you want it to have that curve. Perfect. Then you're going to place some blocks right on top. Awesome. Now over here, we're going to extend the rails forward till you get to the lever. You're going to place a rail detector, a regular rail, and a regular rail on top, and a power rail. Well, do not put a power rail there. Just for the heads up, do not do that. Make sure it's a regular rail. And then at this point, you're going to place 1 power rail going forward, and a regular rail there. And at this point, I want you guys to extend the front, the back end, and make sure you put power rails right across, just like so. Now this is very important, guys. Make sure you put a power rail there and a regular rail, and keep going back and forth in this pattern because you want all the rails to be facing the same direction. See, they all naturally have to be facing the entrance. You see? See, that exit point has to be all going in that same direction. So whatever angle you decide to design this at, make sure that all the rails are going towards the exit. See? And then when you place a redstone on top, this is also very important, that the rails don't change. Now, if the rails change the second you put that redstone dust, just like so, you see how they change? all you have to do is add a torch on top to correct that, because you want all the rails to go in the same direction. Now in this case, the rails are going correctly even with the redstone dust on top. But normally, if you have it at a different angle, either north, south, east, west, if you change it, you kind of get that problem. So just an easier way to correct that. Now right on top, you're going to add these 2 blocks right across and delete the one right behind it. Then you're going to add a half slab in between each block. Perfect. Then you're going to place some redstone dust right across. You're going to place a half slab there and one more in front of it. Add 2 blocks, delete the one in the middle, add a torch, and some redstone dust on top as well. Because that mechanism right there is going to control the entire system. So make sure you put a block in there. And that rail detector is also going to control that, so that when the minecart passes through it, it locks the entire system. Then in front of that block, make sure you put a regular piston. Then place a block in front of each piston as well. Place a half slab there, one underneath, delete the one on top. Then you're going to stretch it right across, because what you want to do is have a half slab in front of each block and delete the ones we don't need. Perfect. So you should have this format. Now I want you to place one more half slab right in front of each one. And 2 redstone dust on top. Perfect. By the way, that system on the left, make sure you put that dirt block underneath. It's very important. Now, we're pretty much almost done. Now at this point, I want you to place a half slab there, some redstone dust on top. Then get your block of choice, because at this point we're at the ground level. You're going to place a block on top of each redstone and then stretch that right across. You see? That's going to be the main floor. Perfect. Matter of fact, you're actually going to have to delete that. Put a half slab there, delete that, and put a redstone dust right there. And a block in front. Perfect. Now, like I said, you're going to put some blocks there and you're going to cover that redstone on top. Okay? Not the rails. Now at this point, place a block there, delete that, and that's going to be the wall. Now you want to put some blocks right across from one end all the way down to the other. Perfect. Then you're going to place some torches right in front of those blocks to activate the redstone dust. And behind that block with the torch, make sure you put a button just like so. Perfect. So when the button controls the lever, it controls the piston, hence releasing the minecart. Then you're going to put your minecart chest on each one now. Because trust me guys, you really don't want to do that right now or earlier, because as you're building it, you know, there's going to be times that it might release the minecart and kind of mess with the system. Now let me show you how this works. Place a button right there on the side, because that redstone dust is going to activate that block right next to the rail. Now put a redstone lamp on top of that. Then you're going to extend this half slab right in front towards the block. See, and you're going to add some redstone dust. And that's how it activates the light. Now, the reason you want that light, because it's also going to let you know there's a minecart in the system. You see? But also let you know that the minecart, well, the whole system is also unlocked until the minecart is sent back. Now, say, for example, you guys don't want anybody to mess with the system as you're gone. Let me show you a little way to control that. You're going to place a block there. Well, a button there, a block there right behind it. Then you're going to place a block in front of that redstone, because you don't want to interfere with that. You block in front and right underneath, and delete the one on top. Then you're going to place 2 half slabs there, and repeat it going forward, and 1 redstone dust in front of it, towards that piece. And 2 redstone dust across leading to the button. You see? Now the reason for that is because when you activate that button right there, the light will go on, and like I said, is going to control the entire system to prevent anyone else from using it. So it's also a secondary security measure if you guys like that, you see? Just make sure wherever you want to set your security device to activate this, that it leads to that redstone dust underneath right there and not the one on top, okay? It's very important. And there you have it, guys. Your system is ready to be used and fully automatic. Hey, I want to thank everybody for watching. If you could please leave a comment and subscribe. Thank you.